Good morning, Trinity. Thank you for having me here today in what is certainly the most beautiful churches in Tippecanoe County. I am the Chief Development Officer at LTHC Homeless Services, also known as Lafayette Transitional Housing, and our mission is to provide services and supports to individuals, families, and veterans who are experiencing homelessness to get them connected to a sustainable housing solution. And I know I only have a few minutes up here, so I just want to talk about what that looks like. One is that at our location at the intersection of 12th and Union, that city block there, that new 3-story facility, that's ours. The first floor of that building is known as the Engagement Center, and it provides 24-hour accessible services to any person who is experiencing homelessness. So even in the COVID, we have not shut down. We continue to provide at that location basic services for folks. That includes things like meals, we have laundry and shower facilities, we have telephones, folks can have their permanent mailing address switched there. We do have some crisis shelter spaces as well. And then we provide professional services to get them connected to a housing solution. That includes things like case management. We have a community health worker that helps address mental health, physical health, and substance abuse needs. We have an employment specialist who works with our folks who are willing and able to get employed. We have also housing coordinators and housing staff that work with people once they're close to getting into housing to help them prepare for that. We also encourage other partners in the community, whether that be churches or folks like Valley Oaks or other providers in our community that can offer care to our guests to come on site and do that. So we kind of have an open door policy in regard to that. We also own and operate 99 units of permanent supportive housing. Permanent supportive housing is for folks that have the most complex barriers to housing on their own, so they're not going to be housed in the community with a regular landlord. 40 of those units are the second and third floor of our building at the Engagement Center. Those are known as Union Place Apartments. We also have, just right up the street from here at 8th and Ferry, that is our 8th Street Commons unit. We have the Lincoln Center, which is at the corner of 14th and Salem. Those are both 24 apartment buildings. And then we have 11 units for families. And so in all stages of what we do, we really want to focus on a solution that addresses not only the housing needs, but all of the other issues that our folks may be facing. We believe strongly that housing is a basic human right, and we want people to get into an opportunity that they can be successful in and then get connected to other kinds of care. In terms of how you might consider supporting LTHC, as Pastor Tracy mentioned, of course, financial support is always appreciated, but we also like donations of stuff. So for folks that are actively experiencing homelessness, things like underpants and hygiene supplies and those sorts of things are always needed. We also have a mini pantry that we're offering for people that we have helped house. So just, your shelf-stable kinds of things. We do have some very limited opportunities for volunteering right now, all related to our kitchen and feeding people. So if you like to cook side dishes for 75 people, we would be happy to take those off your hands. And then we also have opportunities for serving or bundling things like little coffee bags or plastic silverware. Everything now has to be single touch. And right before I leave, I just want to address one of the questions I had from one of your congregants beforehand, which is, what do you do if you come across somebody who says they're experiencing homelessness and they need food or they need a place to start? We are always open. We don't ever close. We haven't closed because of COVID. We don't close at the holidays. So just send them to us, and we can do the complicated work of figuring out what resources they might need to be connected to. So there's no appointments, there's no charges for services. You can just send them down to us. of evictions. Normally, there are 2 courtrooms in our community that hear evictions. Pre-COVID, they would have heard eviction cases twice a week. They're now operating 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Landlords are limited to filing 15 evictions per day, and so they have to come back the next day and the next day and the next day to catch up with all of the evictions. Communities across the country are anticipating a surge of 40% increase in the number of homeless folks that we're experiencing. So we certainly are grateful for this opportunity to share who we are and what we do, and ways that we may partner together to try to address this. So thank you so much.